morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio, so today it's time to do what we haven't actually done for a bit too long. Look at the best Pokémon TCG products that are out there. We're going to be looking at various categories: best for collectors, best if you're learning to play, best if you want to be a competitive player quickly, older players, best presents for kids, and then a little Wassie pick at the end, although long-time viewers will probably know what that is. And I've had a bunch of questions about this. My sister texted me the other day asking about some people. They want to start buying Pokemon products. What's the best thing to buy? Well, this video should help you out very, very nicely indeed. So starting off then, what are the best products for collectors? Although really, these are just the coolest products around that I think in the future, people are going to go, oh man, I wish I'd bought that. Now, my first one here, and this is a bit cheeky and I'm really sorry, the EV VMAX collections, your Flareon, your Vaporeon, your Jolteon. The ones that come with your special art of those cards, plus the full art of the VMAX, and then some packs, although it's really, really not about the packs. Now, let's be clear. These are becoming quite difficult to find. They have been in stock here and around, here, there, and everywhere, and they've been popping in and out of stock in a bunch of places. They were recently in stock on the Pokemon Center in the UK, though they are not, I don't believe, at the moment. They are now showing as sold out. These are products you can still get for around about retail or thereabouts, but let's be perfectly clear, these are some of the coolest boxes we've ever had. As a general rule, we don't get special art cards as promos. That is not the done thing. Here you get a special art V and VMAX, and as a fun little side note, although some of you may know this already, the Japanese versions of these VMAXs, there were just over 3,000 distributed. They are ridiculously rare, so the English versions are by far your best option if you want the artwork. The Flareon is one of my very favourite artworks I've ever seen by the lovely Okacheke, but the Vaporeon is also absolutely wonderful. They're all great. These are amazing. If you can't find them, and I do understand that that is going to be a little bit awkward to find in places, well, don't worry about it. There are some other things. And although it's a little bit boring, booster boxes of Evolving Skies. I know I don't like suggesting these as collector's pieces, but the fact of the matter is, in the Sword and Shield era, Evolving Skies has been the best set. By a bit of a margin. It's got all of those lovely EV alternate arts, the ones that weren't used as promos, and basically this is by far the best set they've done in the Sword and Shield era. Just is. And it's a set which is, it's about the only one that's been basically impossible to find below retail. You'll still see it popping up at RRP here, there, and everywhere occasionally. If you really want to collect and you want a cool showpiece, boxes of Evolving Skies are going to last. Outside of that, there are a couple of Japanese sets I would recommend very highly. VMAX Climax is a set with lots of character rares and super rares and lots of really cool cards. It is, you know, the real showpiece Japanese set. It is still available pretty easily to import from Japan if you wish to, and it's not going to last for long. So if you want to do so, I would do so sooner rather than later. This strikes me as a set that is going to go out of stock. Eventually, it's actually going to go properly out of stock, and then it is going to be impossible to find, and the price is going to jump. And my last recommendation here is just booster boxes of EV Heroes. This is the EV part of Evolving Skies. It has until now been the only Japanese set in a while that has just been an absolute impossible nightmare to get hold of. There is a reprint coming in September. And for a short period of time, at least, it is going to be available again. If you want something cool in your collection, boxes of this are going to be very good, and once they're gone, they are going to spike again. But hey, maybe you don't want to collect, maybe you want to learn to play the Pokemon trading card game, but you have no idea where to start. Say hello to the Battle Academy. And this is, if you want to learn the Pokémon TCG, if all you want to do is learn to play and play a few games, the Battle Academy is perfect. Now, there are actually two different versions. The one with Charizard on the front is the first one, and the second one, the sequel, if you like, is the one that's got your Cinderace on the front. That's the big fire rabbit thing. And basically, if you want to learn to play the game, these are like legit perfect. Doesn't really matter which one you pick up, I'll be honest with you. They're both fine. There is an exclusive promo in the new one, but then again, there's a Charizard with a different set symbol in the old one. But basically what you've got is 3 decks, and they don't hit for weakness, which is really important. That would ruin it. And it's the Pokémon TCG set up like a board game. And so you got 3 decks, so you play against each other. There's a board that comes with it, and it's everything out the box. And you can then go and buy everything else. All these are proper Pokemon cards. You can go from this into the proper Pokemon TCG super easily, or you can just play this as a little board game occasionally. It works perfectly. But if you want to play a bit more competitively, the good news is the Pokemon Company have started making these products called League Battle Decks, and they are perfect. Seriously, if you'd asked me a few years ago the best way to start learning to play competitively, it would have been a much more difficult question. Nowadays, it's really not a difficult question at all. Now, the most recent ones are the Ice Rider and Shadow Rider Calyrex. For anyone that's wondering, in the current format, Ice Rider Calyrex is proving to be better. So if you're picking up one to try and make a deck to take to tournaments, that is the better one. But essentially, these decks are full of actual staples. They are made by people at the Pokemon Company who really know what they're doing, and they are made and designed to be actual competitive decks. You can take these and swap out a few cards and have legitimate high-tier tournament decks, which is ridiculous, and I don't know why every game doesn't make these. They are just phenomenal. Now, these are the main ones, although I do have to say, we're going to have a rotation at the beginning of next year, where some older cards aren't going to be legal. Some of these cards are going to rotate out, but the main cards, your Calyrex, won't. Now, we do have some slightly older ones featuring Single and Rapid Strike Urshifu. They will survive the rotation. Not every card in the deck will, but the Urshifu will. And then the one before that was Inteleon. Inteleon will be rotating out in January. So if you want my advice, pick up the 2 Calyrex ones and pick up the 2 Urshifu ones, and that gives you 4 decks, and you buy a few singles, and you've legit got a bunch of decks you can play properly with. But you should supplement that with the Trainer's Toolkit. Now, this is another product that we didn't have a few years ago that is basically perfect. And you get 4 packs and all of that. But you also get a whole bunch of staples. That is to say, cards that will go into a lot of different decks. And then you get some counters and dice and all that you'll need to play, some sleeves to put your cards in. But you get yourself a bunch of staples, including 2 promo alternate art Luminion V. That is a card which makes a lot of decks better. So again, honestly, if you go and pick up the 2 Calyrex decks and Trainer's Toolkit, you are going to be set for a little while. If you want to learn to be a competitive player, I'm not saying you can buy them and go and win every tournament instantly. That would be stupid. I am telling you that if you want to learn to play competitively, turn up to a local league, etc., and not be left behind, these are the kind of products that will absolutely put you in good stead. And then from there, the people at League will be able to point you towards some other decks if you wish. Now, for older players or seasoned players like myself, I don't know, booster boxes and singles. The thing is, right, if, like me, you've been playing this game for a long time, you probably don't need this video, but you've already been watching it for like 9 minutes. Don't turn off now, that's just rude. But you probably know what you want to buy. So the most recent set is Astral Radiance, so buy a booster box of that. Get yourself a whole bunch of the new cards, and then get yourself off to your favourite shop and go and buy some singles, so you can make the decks that you actually want to make. For me, I am all about that Zoroark. That is the card which is making me very excited at the moment, so I can go off and buy a bunch of those Zoroarks as singles, and any other stage ones I want to pair with it, I can go and pick those up as well. But again, if you're a more seasoned veteran like myself, you probably already know where your Pokemon cash is going. But probably the question I get asked the most is, hey Wassie, I want a present for my kid, niece, whatever. What would you suggest? Well, I've got some answers. Right now, I think the coolest things you can go and buy is either the collector's chest or the collector's, what did they actually call it? Collector's bundle, there we go. Now, they're actually very similar products. They both come with the same free promos, that being Rowlet, Cyndaquil, and Oshawott, and they are exclusive promos that can only be found in these two. They both come with a bunch of booster packs, and they both come with some other stuff. So, for instance, the Collector's Bundle comes with some stickers. The Collector's Chest comes with a big lunchbox. This is brilliant. Now, for my kids, I would buy the one with the lunchbox. I've had a couple of them in the past. I don't buy them often, but when I do, I give my kids a lunchbox, and they love it. But essentially here, you get some guaranteed cool cards with the promos, and you get yourself a bunch of packs, and you get yourself extra kid stuff like lunchbox stickers, etc. I think these make phenomenal presents for kids. Usually, I point people towards a Collector's Chest, but the Collector's Bundle does have more packs and stickers, so that might be somewhere to go. If you're buying for kids on a budget, V-Boxes. And honestly, right now, there is an obvious choice. It's the Pikachu V-Box. Because you get yourself an actual Pikachu. You get yourself a Pokemon V, the Pikachu, and a Jumbo Pikachu, and you get yourself a Holo Mimikyu card as well. Now, these are pretty standard. They come out every couple of months. You get a Pokemon V and a Jumbo, and now you get an extra card, and you get 4 packs. They retail for like 20 quid or $20, and they are perfect if you want to just buy a present for a kid. Because you guarantee the V and the Jumbo V, and I'm telling you now, most kids love those Jumbo Vs. And then, of course, you've got yourself your packs where you can get some cool stuff. And let's face it, everybody likes opening packs. So for kids, that would absolutely be my recommendation. As for my Wassie pick, free pack blisters. And the reason I like free pack blisters, now in the past, I have done very well from these. More recently, I have done very badly from these, which is very upsetting. But the fact of the matter is, you get yourself a promo and free packs, and it costs like a quid or $1 more than buying free packs. And in the past, I think you've had some very good pulls. They've been really good. And even where I've been pulling garbage out of them, I've found a bunch of other people that have been pulling really well. But they tend to have really cool promos. You know, over in Brilliant Stars, it was literally the Okacheke Leafeon and the Okacheke Glaceon that are among two of my very favourite promos ever. Over in Evolving Skies, there was an Umbreon that was absolutely brilliant. The upcoming set Lost Origin, which is coming out in early September, that has got a Regigigas, Baby Ruben Spirit Pokemon. So, I love these. And they're cheaper than V-Boxes. V-Boxes come in about 20 quid. These come in about 13.50. So, free packs, cool holo promo, things to get excited about. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying that other products aren't worth buying. I am saying that if you want my recommendations, I get at least a few messages a week asking. These are my recommendations. These are what I think you should go and buy at the moment. And I know that some of especially the collectors' ones are harder to find. But here's the thing. Any products that are super easy to find are not going to be particularly appealing for collectors. The entire point of being a collector, a lot of people anyway, I'm not saying for everyone, but a lot of collectors want the cool stuff that not everybody has. That's why I'm suggesting these things, which are a bit harder to find, but are going to be cool in your collection. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about all of this, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice, and obviously give your own recommendations. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wassie. That's where we talk about Pokemon and card games, and Pokemon card games, and all kinds of fun things. And do please consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel and get some bonus podcasts where I answer all your questions, share some deck lists, join our Discord, have a lot of fun. Like the lovely Arnaldo Tafoya has, one of our lovely patrons. Arnaldo is a lovely person, and, you know, trying to get in the habit of shouting out lovely people from Patreon on these videos. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.